it's okay to slow down. Now, I had recently talked about on my channel how I had extreme shoulder pain. And for about 2 days, man, it was severe. I could barely raise. I wouldn't have been able to do this right now. Hold my dog. My range of motion was completely gone. I could barely lift anything or do anything. And what I had felt was like a tendon or something that was inflamed on this side. I've been pushing myself hard on this channel. You guys know it. Those that tune in every day know that, man, here's the thing. When you feel you're on the cusp of something that could take off, right? The tendency is to hit the gas, keep going, keep going, keep going. And it doesn't matter whether you're young or whether you're old. You have to know that sometimes, man, it's okay to slow down. You know, we learn as we get older, even driving somewhere. I used to drive fast and reckless when I was young. And now I'm perfectly fine taking back roads and cruising along at a slow pace. But man, this was scary because, man, I couldn't barely even lift my arm. I definitely wouldn't be able to do this now. Thankfully, due to some over-the-counter medication, a back and muscle pain, I don't know if it was Advil or something like that. Something my wife had in the medicine cabinet. She's like, hey, why don't you try this? Now, I'm somebody that doesn't. Only thing I take is a low-dose aspirin, a bare aspirin. But you know what? I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I got to do something. And we were scheduled. She scheduled me a doctor's visit, but we couldn't get in there till Monday. And I'm with the prospect of feeling, pain, just a numb, dull pain, like all day, And so I knew I had to do something. Right, because I can't even get into a doctor until Monday. So I took this over-the-counter medication, and I started feeling better. Right, I don't feel I can feel the tendon, and I can feel it's taking the swelling down, which has allowed me to be able to move more freely without pain. Right, I don't feel any pain now. I'm groggy as hell this morning because I took one during the day and I took one before I went to sleep. I started to feel like the effects were wearing off, and I needed to get a good night's sleep because I couldn't sleep at all the night before because of this pain. But man, it's a relief to know that, okay, this isn't, because here's the thing. I did a lot of research on this. There's a condition called frozen shoulder, right? That can happen. It's a very real thing. And it can take up to 1 to 3 years to heal completely from that. Well, imagine if I had to hit pause on the playing portions of this channel for 1 to 3 years. I mean, that sounds crazy, right? But I did notice, because it was in my right arm, because the problem was in my right arm, I did notice that maybe if someone hands me the guitar, I can still do this. But I think largely part of how I damaged it was very hard downstrokes. About 3 minutes of hard downstrokes on a bass, chugging away on a bass. And this is something to think about, man. The style of music that you play, right? If you can adapt, if you think you're going to play metal your entire life, if you think you're going to shred your entire life, I hope you make it and you get what Jimmy Bruno calls FU money. because, man, as you get older, I can't imagine being in Metallica and having to play chug all night, every night, shred every night. And whether you're the drummer, the bass player, the guitar player, doesn't matter. The wear and tear on the body, man, it's a tough thing. Now I'm sitting here, my stomach's growling, and I slept later than I normally do. And the fact that I'm able to hold this dog, and I can now kind of lightly do things around the house. I took a whole day off yesterday, basically stayed on the couch, except for a couple of minutes of work here and there, a couple little things around the house to try and help out. I took a whole day off. I hadn't done that in a long time, man. Hadn't done that in a long time. And man, there's a lesson here. There's a lesson. You know, it's okay to slow down. It's okay to not push so hard. Look, man, I know when I was on the road back in 2011, 12, 13, around that period, man, we were on that push. We were on that push so close to getting to possibly headlining arena status, opening for arena acts, and that push to try to get a single to break, or try to get, try to find some wedge in there, and pushing that hard to do that. And man, that came with its own tolls, and that came with its own stuff that, issues, drinking too much for me, and I was getting tennis elbow and things like that. And man, I get when you're getting ready to break, the industry may try and break you there's a good one there, that when you're about to break, the industry can break you. And look, this is solely my own doing. This is solely me trying to get to a certain point here on YouTube. I would like to get to a point where maybe I do 1 video a week, or 2 videos a week, or 3 videos a week. But for now, I'm on this grind of, a video every day, sometimes 2 a day. And I can still keep up that pace. I'm gonna take a little break from the hardcore playing. I think I could definitely play some ambient style guitar and do some different things in that way. But am I going to try and record a metal album right now? Absolutely friggin' not. And that's a testament to my age. That's a testament to my experience. That's a testament to me knowing my limitations. You have to know your limitations as you get older. And if you don't, they're gonna wake up, and they're gonna tell you one day. You're gonna wake up one day and not be able to do what you normally did. And I've known for probably 6 or 7 years that playing downstrokes became a problem. And I know I've heard Rick Beato talk about it, and maybe this is something I can explore more or learn more about. Repetitive motion, right? We wear ourselves out with repetitive motion. A lot of us, I am one. I have licks that I've played for decades, repetitive motion, rhythm, guitar. And that's largely what we do. You get to play solos every now and then. And when you play solos, yes, you push, but you also can leave space. You also can use dynamics. You can also, depending on what the solo is, of course, and what type of band it is. But man, these are valuable lessons. And this is teaching me a lesson. I'm learning more about life and learning more about my limitations as time goes on. And I know there's going to be a ton of people that can relate to this video. I posted a video the other morning about my injury. And so this is a follow-up to that, about 2 days, 3 days after the initial thing. And man, it was yesterday I was contemplating that I had the frozen shoulder. And like I said, man, reading that took up to, 3 years. I was like, oh my God. Because here's the deal, man. Yesterday, I couldn't pick up laundry off the floor with my right arm. I couldn't, do the basic things that I couldn't scrub, something out of the sink. I couldn't, man, I was just, it was even getting out of bed or putting on a shirt or anything, man, it was hard, man. And, that's something you got to come to realization that our time on this earth is not forever. We're not going to forever be forever young. We're not going to be forever able to play the things we played when we were younger. We have to adjust our approach. We have to sometimes, ease off the accelerator, because if you don't ease off the accelerator, somebody's going to press on the brake. And when they press on that brake, man, sometimes it's going to be hard to get started again. And this is a valuable lesson I've learned. And I got to take better care of myself. I've got to not push so hard. And man, I'd love to hear from everybody out there in the comments that maybe have experienced something like this, shoulder pain or wrist pain. I mean, look, man, back in the days when I was at GIT and going to MIT and all that, man, they were young kids having problems with their wrists and stuff because they were pushing too hard. These days, everybody's seeing all these amazing, incredible chops, some of them real and some of them are fake, right? And this is pushing people to push the limits of their ability, to push the limits of their body, to push the limits of sanity, really. Man, it's a tough thing, man, because we're all trying to keep up with that. As an old guy, I can't out-shred anybody anymore. I can't outplay anybody. I'm not gonna play faster than anybody. And that's something I know. I don't even, if I see somebody, playing some incredibly fast thing, I say, great. I'm not even trying to learn the technique or any of that, man. I'm just trying to figure out how to keep doing what I do. You're right. Keep being creative, right? Keep being motivated. Keep moving, keep swinging, keep trying, right? And keep enjoying playing and creating music, right? Because when it comes down to it, you have to think about sometimes what are we doing here? And do I need to adjust my approach? Do I need to change what I'm doing here? Do I need to adjust my approach and the way I'm doing things? Because if I don't change, right, I am going to wear out. We only have so many miles on our bodies. And if we don't take care of them, if we overuse them, if we hit the accelerator too much, we're going to burn out, man. So I've learned a valuable lesson this week, and I'd love to hear from everybody out there because I'm hearing from people that have had similar experiences or injuries or things that they've come back from. And it's inspiring to hear, and we can all learn from each other. Thanks, everybody, for watching.